Hello everybody! Today I wanted to show you guys something a little bit special that I've been working on. Since it came out, I've been playing this game for 9 years, and I was finally able to get to Ultimate Champion. Ended up getting there with a 60% win rate, which I thought was pretty solid, especially in a meta that doesn't really favor my deck very well. This is the deck, Double Barrel Bait. Love it to death. It's amazing. Switch Skeletons for Spear Gobs. And the Evos obviously came afterwards, but I love this deck, even though it does struggle in this meta, with Splash Yard being the best deck in the game, countering it pretty hard, and Vines really sucks when you're trying to get a lot of Dark Goblin value. But I want to talk about my rank up game, analyze it a little bit, maybe you guys can learn something. But I'm able to hit my one good matchup in the meta, which is Goblin Giant. Beat Splash Yard to get there, which is pretty cool. But I do want to point something out before we watch this. His Vines are level 12, which end up coming into play. It'll let a Dark Goblin survive, and that'll be a catastrophe for him later. But let's watch it and give it a little bit of analysis. Alright. Talk about some of the thought processes here. We're going to start with a Barrel Dark Goblin, good placement here, just to pressure him early. That Furnace on the right isn't too big of an issue here, and him defending this with a Goblin Giant was really interesting here. I knew that once he played this card I had a good matchup into the deck, but yeah. Minor mistake here. I thought that this Inferno Tower would track the Furnace over, and it did not, so I ended up taking a lot of damage early for no reason. But I knew that I could defend really well against this deck, and so I wasn't too worried. Yeah, play Spear Goblins with the bridge, and he prints minions here, able to get Recruit down. And the Rage kind of shocked me. That could have been really bad if I didn't play the Recruit. So I was glad I was able to get there. I thought about throwing a barrel down with this Dark Goblin, but I ended up just saving, thinking that more Elixir for defense is going to be the main priority. I'm not really worried about getting damage in this match. So now I'm able to double barrel play, have the Skeleton Barrel tank for the God Barrel, and it makes him playing Barb Barrel be really difficult, though he does defend this extremely, extremely well. This Fire Spirit cleans up really, really well here. For this defense, I'm just making sure that I'm not leaking, and I play really, really, really well into this. I knew the Rage was coming down, so I played that Dark Goblin in the back to clean up both bits, which is super, super, super nice here. And this is the Vines. He ends up Vinesing this Dark Goblin here, and I'm able to save it. And he has to barrel early, which lets this hit the tower. He has no elixir, and that is just towered down. He was not too happy about that, but, you know, it's the way the game has to be played sometimes. And now I'm just in full defense mode. Just, like, do whatever you can to stop anything from going through. Play Spear Gobs just to prevent some of this chip here, and I know this is going to be his big push. So I ended up playing really aggressive here, having the Knight at the bridge to tank. I'm just like, we're just going to play aggressive, hopefully chip out some of this damage so he isn't able to get a really good Goblin Giant off. I know he's just used Vines as well, so if he plays Goblin Giant, that Inferno Tower is going to be able to tank for that really hard. And I was able to do just that here. Rage doesn't really do anything for him here. Dark Goblin in the back, and then Recruits down on this big guy. Goblin Machine comes out for the first time. He just playing cards at the bridge and hoping it works, but he's not able to get there. Vine seals the deal. I'm able to go completely aggressive here and stall out for the last 10 seconds for the win. So, yeah, and that was the game for Ultimate Champion. So, hopefully you guys learned something here. I love this game to death, love this deck. Yeah, and I only had to play my rank up game for Ultimate Champion twice, so we will absolutely take that, and that's it. Thank you guys.